Yeah, all right. So let's start. Yeah. So in the last class we have seen user management, right? I mean, how to create users, how to manage them, delete them, groups, and everything. Today we'll talk about user permissions and as well as how to give access to users or how to restrict as users as well as giving the admin access to users, which is the main thing today. So to go to any user, I think last time we have seen like SU space the username. You can able to give like this will be SU space test or something. So it will take you to the user. SU means switch user. Switch user. So this is fine. But these are all normal users. As I told you, right, root will be the admin. He can do anything. Remaining everyone whoever we create, they're all normal users. Normal users means like sorry. Normal users means they cannot do everything. Of course, they can do few things by default, not everything. So they need some permissions. Let's say if you want to do something, sometimes you may need a admin permission, right? But normally we don't have that. So only admins can give that to you. Let's say anything basically. Last time we tried to create a user. Try to create a user as a normal user. It won't work because that user does not have permissions to create user by default. Create another user. So at that time, what we had to do, we had to take admin help. Okay. Admin help means I need to log in as I mean, sorry, I need to run this command as a root user. Yeah, that's the approach. But in organizations, no one is allowed to log into root most of the times. So you will log in with your own ID. You will do it, and whatever the limited permissions we have, we can only do that. Then how to do this? And how they give permissions to you, and how you execute it. So all these things will sit down. So you might have observed, every day. Usually when I log in, I'll do this, and I'll switch to root user. From Ubuntu user, if I give this, I switch to root user. Okay, SU means we know it, switch user, but we did not told anything like which user, and I simply use a sudo, and it directly took me to root. How it works is sudo means super user do. Super user do normal do. It's actually a command where it will allow all the non-root users or regular users except root temporarily execute the commands as a root user. If you use sudo, let's say sudo maybe ls as an example, what happens is this command is executed as root user. Okay, we are already in root user. Let's come back. Sudo ls means this command, what I'm telling, right? Ls command is executed now as a root user. If I just type this ls command executed as Ubuntu user. If you use sudo before any command, that command is going to execute as root user. So similar way, as I told you, for every user, there will be a home directory, right? In the /home/ whatever the name it is. For root user also there will be a home directory, separate one. What is that is /root. /root. Of course, he is a normal user. I told you he does not have access. That's a good example now. /root is the home directory of the root user. Root is admin. So by default, no one can log into that, obviously. See, Ubuntu user tried, it says permission denied. Just try sudo. Oh wait. Ah, sorry. Wait. I have to use a little more thing. That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Forget it. So what's happening is like if you give any give sudo before anything, it will run as a root user. Maybe let's try with ls only. ls slash root. I'm trying to look into the directories of content of slash root. It's permission in it. Let's try sudo. It should work. If, if I type normal ls, there is nothing. I mean, if I type ls, what's happening is it will look into current Ubuntu folder with this Ubuntu user. Okay. I tried with the same ls to root. I mean, show me what's inside slash root. It permission it because this user does not have permission to check whatever the access. But if I use sudo, it gives the output to you. Sudo means super user do. So this command is executed as sudo user, as root user. If you give sudo, it will run as a root user. That's why every time what I'm doing is I'm just switching the user to root and working on it. That's it. I'm showing examples to you like. So this guy can do anything. Similar kind of permissions can give to other users also with help of something else. But sudo is the we have to use sudo for each and everything. So in organizations, you don't log into root user directly, just like how I do. No, that won't work. You will use sudo for everything. They told to install something or create something or something, whatever. Let's say they told to create user. Let's try if this user have permissions. Demo. Sorry. See, permission denied. User add same command. Cannot log try because it's we are trying to create a user. It's updating this file obviously. So this it cannot edit it. Try the same command with sudo. SUDO. Done. See, it's created. Obviously, just verify it. It's created. See, done right. What I did, user add is permission made for normal user. But if I use sudo, you can able to do it because when we use sudo, as I told you, we are not running this command as a normal user anymore. We are running as a super user. Super user. Who is super user? This guy called root. This guy root. He is a super user. So he can do anything. Anything. Sorry. He can do anything in the system. Anything. So um, if we want to do the same things as a root, sometimes it's required admin access, for us also. As I want to install something. I haven't discussed it. I mean, but we'll see. I want to install something, but root only can do installation. No other users can do it. At the time, if again you don't have you don't have access. I mean, admin access, root access we call it. I think in Windows we call it admin access, but in Linux we call it root access because root is the admin name. In Windows, administrator is admin name. That's why we call it like that. Windows root. So you need root access to install some package or something like anything. Let's say I want to install Chrome browser in Linux laptop. I can do that, but access is not there. So at the time, what to do? You raise a request to IT. Hey, I need a root access for this Linux server like that. They'll give it to you. Then what? That if they give root access does not mean you can log into root user. It means you can use sudo to execute your commands. But I can use as a normal user also, right? No, you cannot use it. I just created a, sorry, wait. I just created a new user, right? Demo. Okay, let's switch to that user. We'll see. So I'm inside a demo user, correct? Try to use sudo now here. Sudo ls something. It's asking for a password. That's a not password. Root password. There is no password for root. There is no password for a demo also. Let's assign a password for a demo. We'll see. Pass w t, sorry. Sorry. Updated the password. Let's log into demo user. Let's try sudo ls. See, it's saying something. Demo is not sudo file something, but it's not printing the output. This is how the behavior will be general for every user whoever is logged in. But why the hell Ubuntu is working fine, right? Ubuntu can take it. Sudo ls. Sorry. Why the hell Ubuntu is working? Ubuntu have admin access by default. This Ubuntu user have admin access by default. That's why. That's why it's working fine. But this demo I just created now. I just created, I think, a few minutes ago, right? In the slash. It does not. What do you say? It does not have admin access. That's why it's asking for a password. Giving admin access or giving root access means use the sudo command. Where is it? So use the sudo command without prompting for the password. That's when you are also another admin. Still, you have, even though you become an admin, you'll have a, I mean, you're restricted to do certain things. But you're admin, you can do some few things. That's the idea. That's the whole idea. So even to use sudo command, you need access. Of course, that's what we call root access, so that you can use the sudo command to execute something where normal users cannot do. So how to give that, and how to give these things, how to give permissions, blah blah blah, all these things that we'll see. So how the sudo works is, there is a file in /etc sudo sudo.d. Oh, sorry. See, even Ubuntu does not have go to this folder, this directory, even though this is the admin. That's what you'll get admin access, but with certain limitations, obviously. CD it won't work. Sorry, my bad. Just go for sudo's sudo ers. This is the general directory, and if you see, there is a file called sudoers in the etc. So open it vi. This is the file where it controls the permissions. Sorry. So this is the file where you will be adding your users or groups to give root access. Root access, not admin access again. Root access. What does it mean, root access? Root access means to use the command sudo, we are giving the root access. With the command, you can do certain things. Of course, we can restrict it what to do with the command also. That also is there in this file. Correct? Let's see. This is the file. There will be lots of things. So you can find your, as I told you, maybe I might have told you. So for every command what you execute, there will be an executable file. So if you, like, as I told you, if you open a Chrome, there will be file internally which will get triggered which will open the program for you. Similarly, for every command, whatever we have used so far, ls, cd, pwd, whoami, user add, these are all scripts, to be honest, like let's say script which will do some actions. So when we execute the command, it will execute the script. Why I'm selling this, we'll get to know. Forget about all these things. We'll observe here. Root all is there. It means root has all the permissions. If you want to add any groups, you can add like this. We'll discuss these things, don't worry. But this is the file, this is the where you want to add a line. If you want to give some access to some user, let's say I created a demo user, I want to give him root access. So you'll find this line just below this, add the user. What is it, the demo user. So how to give it, that we'll see now. Sorry, but one idea is what I did, I opened this file, etc sudoers file, but we don't do that. We don't, for security reasons, I'll tell you. So we don't open this file like this, va space slash etc slash sudoers, like that. Then how do we do it? We'll open with the command va sudo. That's it. There is no space, just va sudo. It will open the same file. See, it's open the same file. But why we need to use this? Simply directly we can able to edit the file, right? Yes, we can able to edit the file, but the thing is, files can be edited by multiple users, which is not a good practice. So they gave some this command where this command is can be executed by one user at a time, only by one user at a time. Let's say I opened it now, another user in this machine cannot open this file until I close it. Let's say I opened it as a root user, maybe Ubuntu user trying to open the same file with va sudo. It will fail saying already root opened it, just wait until he closes it. So that's the advantage here. So that's why always we never touch, like we directly don't open etc sudoers file. We just simply execute va sudo. Got it? So I opened va sudo file, go to root. This is the syntax that we need to use. Obviously first thing is username or a group name, anything. And host means uh, current host, wherever it's present. So we will be giving all. And next all colon all means on all shells. As I told earlier, yes, I mean mention shells, right? Bash, sh, ksh, zsh, something like that. So if you want to restrict to some specific shell, you can able to give like that. Give here, I mean, or simply giving all. It means in all the shells. And finally, what commands you want to execute. Some ls command, maybe something, blah blah something. You can able to restrict that also. You can give the command path, it will work. Let's say you want to give all means every command you can able to use, like that. We'll try both. So who is the user? Demo, right? Demo. Oh, sorry, you don't see Ubuntu user here. Why? But he got admin access. He got root access. It's a pre-configured actually by AWS. We don't see that. That's why. So forget about that. Demo user. Sorry. All is equal to. No need to give all colon slash, but yeah, it's fine because you can do like this. All is equal to slash all. And finally, all commands, all shells and all commands. Just save it. If you observe, this is not a VA editor; it's a Nano editor. Nano is also one of the editor where similar to VA, but VA is much more efficient and all. That's why we don't use much Nano unless it takes Nano by default. VA sudo. So once you've done it, just Control X. It will save it. Just type yes and yes, say it's saved. So demo have sudo access now. Demo can use sudo command. You can able to execute the commands as root user now. But first, before that, just set a password to that user. Oh, it already has. Sorry. Now switch to that user. I'm inside the demo user. Why it's showing like this? Dollar instead of it should show like this, right? Demo at some IP address like this it should. So why it is dollar? Because it took the different shell when I created it. So if you want to see like this by default, it is from bin bash shell /bin /bash shell. But I did not mention any shell while creating the user. So it took /bin /sh, the little older shell. That's why it does not show any of these. Don't get confused. Don't worry why it shows something like that. Different shell. Bash, as I told you, will be commonly used. But if you don't specify any shell, it took the sh shell. That's why it's not showing in this format. That's the only reason. But remaining, everything is same. Don't worry. So let's try. Sudo ls. It's still asking password. Okay, let's try. But it came after updating the sudoers file. After giving access to any user in the sudoers file, for the first time it will ask for the password. After that, no. See, it did not ask. Sudo maybe user add test -m /bin /. Oh, sorry, not -s. I believe. Oh yes, sorry, -s. Sudo normal is he cannot do it. Let's try user add -s /bin /bash. What the hell is wrong with this? -s. Did I give something wrong? Oh, I did not give the name, for God's sake. So user, I'm still in demo user only. So user add -s /bin /bash. I'm just giving the shell to use. User is test. See, permission denied. It cannot create a user, a normal user, right? Now use sudo in front of it. Sudo user add -s /bin /bash test. Done. It's done. See. Now you want to switch to test user. It's asking for password of the test user, which it does not have, and you cannot log in. Again, these are restriction again. By default, normal user cannot log into another normal user, and except if you have root access, or not admin access, root access. Just type like this. Sudo. Use sudo space test. See, it went to test user, and the shell is bin bash. That's why it's again showed clearly. This is warning is fine. It is not created a home directory. We don't need it for now, at least. If you want to pass -m button. See, SU test. I told to switch user to test from a demo user. It did not took. I use sudo. Now what's happening is this command, switch user command, not executed as a demo user. It executed as a root user. That's why what root can do anything. So that's why it's switched. Obviously. Correct. That's what sudo can do. Now let's say you want to restrict specific permissions. That also you can have to do. we'll see what are those. Let's say maybe I want to restrict ls and some other command, which ls which user add. Is there any other command to use we have seen so far? Cd won't work obviously. So let's say these two commands. I want demo user to execute user add and ls commands only as a root user. If you give something else, he should not. He should ask for passwords. It's restricted. I mean, even with sudo, he can't do it. Let's try that first. Let's go to. Let's exit. This user cannot log into root obviously. So user bin ls, user has been user add. So we're restricting the commands. Let's try that first. So demo all, remove the all, give the path user bin ls. As I told you, this is nothing but scripts. It will be present in user bin, user has been, but as the commands were, it's like a shortcuts. We are executing command which triggers the script, does whatever it does. So user slash has been slash user add. User add also is like this. And of course, you want to add any groups, you can add it here. I'm not saying that, but you can add it here. So whoever present in that group will get sudo permissions. Control C. Yes, enter. It's done. So now this demo user have access to execute ls command, to execute user add. Only those two. Let's try. Let's go to user first. I'm inside demo user obviously. ls sudo ls. If you see, it's not working. Sudo user add test1. Earlier it was working, right? Let's try some other command apart from this. What we have discussed so far. Any other command? Okay, maybe let's try. I'll tell you this command later. See, it's not allowing everything. It's still not saved. It will take some time. So apart from these two things, I think I hope I gave the correct path. It will show the var errors like this. Demo is not execute to install as root on this machine. This is the machine host name. Why this is? Sorry. In this sudo file, instead of all, where is this? Instead of all, we are restricting it. So here what's happening is like, even if you sudo, it won't allow. I told, okay, what do you say? Give this guy. Sorry, where is this? Yeah, give this. There is a user called demo where allow him only for this, user add and for ls to execute them. It means with the sudo they can able to execute only these two. If let's say I remove this and kept all, obviously he can do anything. He can execute any command. But since we want to restrict that user, right? Only these two commands he can able to execute. Not more than that. Even with sudo, that's the whole point here. If it is all, means we can use sudo to execute any command. If it is only commands like this, which will like allow only these two. So I added a comma. Let's try. Sorry, X, Control X. I'm just trying and type Y, saving it. Enter. That's it. Let's try. Go to this demo user. Right, it's fine. Sudo ls. Okay, I missed the comma. My bad. Sudo user add test one. It worked. Let's try this command. Forget about what this command does. We'll discuss later. Don't worry. But for now, it's some other command, Linux command. See, generally sudo can do anything, but we are restricting the sudo user level also. That's what everyone does in organizations. That's what everyone does, because we'll give admin access to you, but we can execute only these two. Why? That's how it is. That's how it works. That's how it works. So sudo is the one, which uh, which we use to execute any command, anything, as root user, and what we call that root access generally. I mean, to execute any command as root user, because some things inside the Linux machine, even in Windows, if you take it, like let's say any user, if you take, by default when you create, they are standard users in Windows, and you have to make him admin in the control panel. That there will be a control panel. So then it will act as administrator. Similarly here also, when you use sudo, it's executing as root user, means this whatever this demo user or normal users Ubuntu, they are acting as a root user, and they are executing the commands. How to give root access? Sudoers, there will be a sudoers file in the in etc/sudoers, but we don't edit it. As I mentioned, we directly execute the command vi sudo. That's how we do it. So once we do it, what happens, like it will execute as such, and I mean as root, and it will do whatever it does. So that's how root works. Sudo works. I mean, sorry, yeah, root also like that, similar thing. So if you want to use sudo also, you have to give permissions at the end. All, remember that if you want to execute anything with sudo, as sudo, I mean, don't say with sudo also fine, yeah, as sudo also fine. So you have to give all. If you want to restrict specific users to specific path, specific commands, find the command path and just simply update that with a comma space, which cd, it will give cd, there is no that's why with sudo cd won't work. What commands we have seen? Cd pwd, user bin pwd, which whatever the command, I forgot what we discussed, but yeah, this is how we can able to find out, which will find out the path of this thing, whatever you give. Update these things and with comma separated. Let's say sudoers file, simply use the whole path, comma space, the whole path again, comma space, so that for those commands only we are giving access to the specific users whoever we are trying to give. Got it? That's how sudo works. That's why you always use sudo, unless they don't give access to you, so we cannot use it. So user must have sudo access before using sudo, because once you use sudo, it means you are a root user, you are acting as a root user. So for the first time it will ask for the password, and later on it won't ask for the password, and then yes, you can able to do anything just like sudo user. Got it? That's the whole sudo concept. Any doubts so far? Yeah, we have another small topic. I'll cover today. It won't take much time. So yeah, before going to that, any topics, sorry, any doubts? If nothing, yeah, we can go further. So next concept, before going to the concept, let's discuss something. Like, let's say, mm, usually we work at, let's say 10 to 7, 11 to 8, or 9 to 6, something like that, right? I got a task. I got a task that, hey, my manager told me, uh, execute this command or this script, whatever it is, at night 12 o'clock. What we do? Okay, one way generally what we do so far is we log in again at 11 to 11:30 or something, no, 45 minutes, and we'll execute that command at 12 o'clock to make it happen. Precisely 12 o'clock, let's say. But not a good thing, right? You may be in sleep at 12 o'clock, or he told at 1:30. I'm sure you'll be in sleep, at 1:30. He cannot do that, right? And similar task came, like, at exactly 6:45 I need to do. Exactly 6:45 I need to do something. Execute, send something, or do something, create the file or delete or something, whatever it is. Some task, let's say. It is impossible. I mean, it is possible to do precisely at the time, but we have to check the seconds and everything. I mean, the same command he told to do next day also at 12 o'clock or something like that. We are repeating the task here in different timings and odd timings. Instead of that, can we schedule this task to run at a specific time even though we did not log in? See, my manager told me execute this command on a Linux server. The Linux server is running. What I'll do, I'll log in at 12 o'clock and I'll execute that. And I'll log out once my task is done. But without logging also, can we do that? Can we do the same command execution at 12 o'clock without logging? Without we manually log. We means humans. That's where the concept comes. Cron, CRON, cron. We call it cron tab. Tab shortcut for a table, or cron. It's both are fine. So what cron does is it will automate the task for you. Any task, simple task. Don't give them like a huge task. It won't work like that. Very simple task. I mean, which it can able to do. Don't say run a pipeline or something. Do something like that. A simple task, a repetitive task, it can able to do. Like as an example, I'm saying what we are using for is we are cleaning up the log files. We'll see that what are logs next classes. So we are cleaning up the logs. We're running few scripts. We have some automation scripts we're running with cron table. It's a Linux built-in. We don't need to install it and all. Built-in schedule. It's a scheduler. In Windows also we have similar thing called scheduler. We might have not used it, I guess, I'm sure. So we'll use it very rarely in Windows. It won't work properly. I mean, it will work, but yeah, it's fine. Similarly, Linux also we have something called cron tab. We call it cron tab table. It works in specific format. All you have to do is tell this cron tab, hey, precise timing you have to tell. Maybe like tomorrow. What is the date? 18th of July. Um, 12:30 a.m. or p.m. whatever it is. P.m. means 23. Follow the 24 hours time. So a.m. means 12 a.m. So something like that. Give the timing for minutes, hours. It'll do it. It'll do it for you. Got it? That format we'll see. Of course, there is a configuration file for this. Go to cd/etc cron.d So if you see cron tab, there is a file cron tab also. Cat cron tab. This is the file. So I don't need to say anything. It's already there present here. We'll discuss what it is. That's it. So in the cron, to do something, there is a format which we have to use. So follow the format and give what you want to execute. So it will do it. And again, similar to sudo, we don't open this cron tab file directly. We have separate files. We have separate commands to execute them. Cron tab -l means list all the jobs. No cron tabs for root, it says. So this cron tab works at a user level. If I go to Ubuntu, if I type the same command, it will say no cron tab for Ubuntu user, because it works at different users level, because different set of permissions obviously. So cron, I want to have a new automation. I want to do something. So at that time, E means edit. It will open like this. It is asking you choose which editor you want. I want to Vim, not Nano. I don't like Nano, so it open for you like this. Or let's close it again. It'll ask you only one time. See, gone. But yeah, it's fine. Anything is fine. If you like Nano, so Nano is also fine. That's completely, you know. If you want to use Nano, let's say, to change later, run select editor. Cron tab -e select. You simply type cron tab select editor. How to use it? Simply just type select editor. Just one. Now it will open a different one, cron tab -e. See, it opened Nano, but content is same. Just the editor, that's it. You can able to use anything. So I don't like Nano, so I'll simply use VI. So 2. It's fine. Now let's open this file. So this is the file where everything is present, but as I told you, we don't execute this file directly. We don't edit this file directly. Cron tab -e will use, and what we'll keep inside that we'll see. See here the format. First will be minutes 0 to 60. 0 to 59. Sorry. First field will be minutes. Second field will be hours 0 to 23. There won't be in 24. You know that. Sorry. Days of the month. On which day, the date you have to give. And what is the month? Which month? Which month? 7. And day of the week. Day of the week, which day? You can use 0 to 7. 0 means Sunday until 7 until Saturday, or you can use Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like this also. I think tomorrow is Friday, right? FRI you can able to use. That's fine. And finally, username as which user you want to execute the command, and what is the command to get executed. See, you just write cd or something commands. So in this format you can able to give. First will be minutes. So here we'll try that, don't worry. First will be minutes, hours, days of the month of the year, days of the week, day of the week. So you don't need to, you can write directly manually here. Sorry, cron tab -e. Just go here, go to end, blah blah, remove it. It's not. So first will be minutes, right? 30 means at 30th minute. Next hours, which what hour, maybe something. Let's say 08, 8:30. 8:30 means the morning. Night 8:30 means 20. You have to give like that. So at 8:30, which month? 07 or 7 or 07, I think it's fine. 7th July, 8:30 p.m. Sorry, first thing I had to give date, right? My bad, day. So 18th July. 18th July means 7. So first will be obviously minute. Next hour. Next day. I mean date. Month. Next day. Which day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. And finally user, which user you want to run, and command. This is the format we have to follow. So we give for minutes, hours, 8:30, 18th July. What day it is? Tomorrow will be, I think, Friday. FRI you can use or calculate it. From 0 means Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it will be 6, right? 6. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think 5. To keep it simple, just simply use Friday. That's also fine. I mean, if you don't want to confuse. On Friday, 18th July at 8:30 a.m. as this user execute this command. Sorry, cat. Sorry, wait. Touch. I'll do it. Touch /root /file name, maybe test 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 or something. This file will create at 8:30 a.m. today, tomorrow. That's it. Save it. Saved it. That's fine. Once you saved it, installing a new cron tab, automatically it will take the job, so you don't need to do anything. Now I want to see the job. -L. See, this is what we give, right? This is the normal content. You can remove it completely. It's fine, because these are, we call it comments. If there is something hash between anything, it means it's commented. It won't run by that file. In general, in everywhere in IT. So you can remove it simply. It's completely waste. It will be confused. That's it. No, finally, yeah. Now try cron tab -L. Obviously, this is what it does. Of course, we cannot wait until tomorrow. We have to do something which can happen maybe next 2-3 minutes. Again, just type edit this 7:20, maybe 7:27, 3 minutes, 26, 2 minutes is fine. 07 17th July today, Thursday, THU. Let's see. Done. So far I'm inside root /root. There is no 1 2 3 test 1 2 3 file. It should create at 10:20, sorry, 7:26 here. If everything is working, let's see. It will work. But if it is not working, we'll see. So that's how we give a cron job. We give some task to that to run the specific timings. Let's say, okay, these are easy. I mean, if you know date, exactly timing, these are easy. You got a task like, hey, at every day at 8:30, let's say, execute this command at every day, or on a specific dates I want to execute it. Let's maybe 17th, 18th, not 19th, 20, maybe 17th, 18th, 21, 22, 24, 29, 31st. Like these dates, you want to execute this command, not every day. Or you want to execute an alternative month, like that, or you want to execute every 5 minutes. These kind of tasks will come. At the time you have to figure it out how to do it. Don't worry, syntax is easy. I mean, so we'll see the syntax for all those things. Here if you're seeing star in the minutes field, hours field, he gave stars. What does that mean is every minute it will run. Wildcard means everything. If you give wildcard star, don't call it star, wildcard. So wildcard, if you give wildcard in some field, let's say in the minute field you give wildcard means every minute. In the hour if you give means every hour. Or if you day of the week you give wildcard means every day, like that. Every day like that. So wildcard means every day it will run. Every day. 726 came. Let's wait. Let's wait for a minute and we'll verify. But yeah, wildcard I was saying, right? Every day. Let's say you don't know all these. I'm confused about how to do CronJob. There is a website. Sorry, Cron Tab Guru. You can generate here, and you can able to just copy paste there. See in here, star it gave any value. Comma means value list separator. Range means from here to here. Let's say I want to execute command from 1 to 10. 1 to 10 what? 1 to 10 minutes, or 1 to 10 days, 1 to 10 months, 1 to 10 hours, anything. Slash means step values, like how to say, half an hour. Let's say on this day particularly I want to do on this day, like every minute I want to run on this day. How to do it? Every minute I want to run on this day. So like that. I mean, we will try that. Don't worry all those things. So for now, let's use star for everything. So minutes star, hour star, sorry, hour star, day star, month star, week. At every minute, see it give description also. You can understand it easily. So that you simply copy it and paste it over there and add your user and command, which will work fine. Or let's say range. I mean comma. Let's say comma. At a minute level, we'll see comma 1, comma 10, comma 30 space. Hour is 8 space. Day 18. July obviously. Day Friday. See what it's saying. So I gave this comma fills in minute means at first minute, 10th minute and 30th minute on this day, Friday, it will execute something. At minute 1, 10 and 30 past hour 8, past hour 8 means in after 8, on the day of month 18th on Friday in July. Comma separated means it will run at the specific times also in minutes. Same thing if you give in hours, you can able to give, let's say 8:30, 30 for minute 30, for hours 12, 6, again 18, 23. See what happens. Now minutes is common now. At 30, at the minute 30, past 12, 6, 18 and 23 on the day of the month tomorrow. So blah blah something. You know what happens. So on the 12th hour, 6th hour, 18th hour, again evening 6, 20, 11 p.m. At 11:30, 12:30, 6:30, again 6:30 p.m., 11:30 p.m. It will execute whatever it is on this specific day. It will execute whatever the command we give. This is easy, right? That's why if you write in a CLI, it will be difficult to understand all this. But in here, it will be understandable. Now give the range also. Hyphen. It means at 30th minute, it did not change. From hours 12 to 23. It means morning 12 to night 11. It will execute at what does it mean morning 12 to 23 is 12:30 every hour at the 30th minute. 12, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:34 until 11:30 p.m. 23 is that one. You can simply change something just to 9:30, 10:30 and 11:30. Hyphen we are giving is the range. We are giving is the range. Got it? Got it, right? So that's why range hyphen is range, comma is separator. At this specific times you can able to do it. Range means from here to here. Let's say I want to run for every 5 hours. Just for example. Say I'm giving the range, okay. Range is fine. Or I'm giving comma separate values at this particular time. Multiple values I'm giving. But I got a task that every minute task is star star star. I can able to give. What about every hour? Every hour simply in the hour field you can give star. See on at 30 minute 30 on day of month. It means every hour at 30th minute it will run. I want to do every 6 hours. At the time slash will come. Step values we call it. So what happens is like at every 6 hours, star dot 6 I give, right? Star slash 6. Star slash 6 means star means every hour. By 6 I give means every 6 hours, like that. If the same field I gave in days or minutes, every minute or every day, every month, like that. So depends on where you use it, that will change. So now I'm giving slash 6 in the hours field. That's why it's like that. Got it? Or let's say I gave star dot 5 every 5 minutes and every hour it'll run the script. So like that. That's how you, even we also use cron tab because it's easier to use it. I mean, here if you write in command line we have to figure it out, okay, star slash and all. But here yeah, in cron tab it will show you the description also, so that it will be easy for you. Okay, this is what it does. So practice like this. Now let's see, let's go back whether it's created a file or, sorry, I logged out of the machine. I'm going to root user to root. Test one is still not created. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to check only one thing. The service. So if it is not running means, let's try cron tab -l. Yes, our command exists. 7 only, right? Yeah, 7 only. But it is fine. That is correct only. Why it is not executed? It's 7:30 a.m. But why it is now 7:26? Still it's not created. Why? You know why like that? Because 7:33 is Indian time, IST. But is the server following the Indian times? Maybe no. Let's see what is the time in the Linux server. Just simply type date. See here, it's 2 o'clock in the morning because it follows UTC timings. UTC, Universal Standard Time, you might have known. We are UTC plus 530. So we have to give the command to run. If you want, let's say 7:45 or 7:40, if you want to run something in Indian time, let's say 12 o'clock I want to run in Indian time, means we have to convert that to UTC. Okay, Indian time 12 means how it is in UTC timing, and we'll execute the job at that time. Or you can change the time also, it's a different concept. But yeah, now 2/4, right? Execute the command to run on 2/6, it'll run 17th July. VS sudo, sorry, cron tab -e 2, right? 2 o'clock, blah blah 02, maybe 6, not 16. I know. So 2, where is the time? 2/4. What is the time now? 2/5. Let's wait for one more minute. 2/6 will come. Then this file, whatever the test123 in this path, because I gave slash root only, if you observe here, it will get created. I'm just creating a file with this touch command. So that's why it did not create it. So we have to make sure what time zone the Linux server is using. By default it will be using UTC only. Anywhere if you just create a new server, it will use the UTC time zone only. Figure out by date, just date, it will give you the time and the time zone, what day it is, blah blah blah, all the details, at least which are fine for us. Date, still 10 more seconds, it should be done if we have did everything correctly. Yes, still not created. Oh yeah, then something is wrong. So one thing is we check the time zone. So if still not working, we have to check something. So let's wait. Let's check our job again. 2 6 17 7 obviously correct. Prove blah 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 blah. These are all fine. It's not. There is a service which we need to. It's running actively. It's fine. So sorry. This is not an issue. Sorry. So this is a service by default it run. Don't know. I'm just validating it. That's it. So now we need to check the log. What's happening? There is a log. Hmm. 2 6 it's executing but not executing our command. See, it executed our command slash root test 1 2 3. See 2 6. Where is this? Yeah, 2 6. See 2 6 exactly 1 second. It executed, but it's not showing for us. Somewhere it's failed. Maybe something got wrong. We have to figure it out. But the command is executed successfully. Touch did not work. It will work obviously. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, the log is there. It means it executed. Let's try. Cron tab. Then what is the issue? Yeah, it is not creating. Maybe let's try a different path. Slash. Just give slash. Instead of 2 6, maybe 2 9. Hope it's not crossed. Not to 8 it still. Let's try this. It's not required, but I'm just trying. Let's see, hopefully, whether it works or not this time. 4 more seconds. Where is the command? Yeah, it's executed command C, but it's not creating. What the hell? Why it's not creating? Let me just see. Okay. It's working fine. I mean, whatever the configuration we did, it's correct. But yeah, it is working fine. I mean, yeah, but maybe let's try a different thing. Which touch? Let's give the full thing. Let's try maybe. Let's give like this the full command, whatever it is. And let's try cron tab -e, maybe 11 for now, to 11. Instead of touch, just give the full path of this command where it's present. Yeah, I just did it. Cron tab to 11 to 10. Maybe let's see now. Let's try this. Oh yes. Still not creating, for God's sake. That's okay. We'll continue this tomorrow. We'll start this tomorrow. But we can see the log. It's completely fine. Means it's working. See, it will still show. See, it is showing correctly, but yeah, something is not creating or something is deleting. I'll check. Meanwhile, yeah, you can practice it. Maybe it will work for you. For me, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, you can try it. So that's about cron actually. Setting up cron job, specific formats, and use it. And earlier to that sudo also. That's one thing. So is it clear? Any doubts so far? Anything? Any doubts? Anything? Nothing? Alright, if nothing, I think we can close it. I'm just trying it without the root. Let's see. Just few more seconds. That's okay. Done. Oh yeah, it's created. See now. The test 123 file. It was not there earlier. If you observe here, now it's created because it's root. The session is expiring in the root. I gave the root user. If you observe here, session closed for root. Again reloading, session opening. So it's not correctly opening the root session. That's why it is failed. But yeah, it worked fine. Let me delete this file. Sorry, test. Now let's edit this one more time. Oh, hope you are there in the call. Just remove all these things. No need to give. Let's try like this. Now give in this path /root. Of course, cron will run by default as a root user. Don't worry. Oh wait. I forgot the time. Let's wait. One more minute. That's okay. Let's just few more seconds. Just 30 seconds. Yeah, just 4 more seconds. Let's see. It might have been done. Let's try. See, it's created the file. See, it's created the file. It'll work. I mean, but I gave the root user. It's not taking. I mean, the session is expiring. Now cron tab -l. This is the past now, right? It's over. If you don't want it, you can remove it. If it is not a repetitive task, you can read the file and you can remove the file, or you can simply type R, which will delete everything. So whatever the cron jobs present, it will delete -R. Don't do that every time. So if you want to delete something, open that file and delete it. Okay. And one important thing I'll say before closing, I forgot to tell that earlier. This cron will run only if the Linux server is running. Let's say we told, hey, 12 o'clock, run this thing, run this command or run this script, but the system was shut down by mistake, maybe, or we might have shut down the Linux machine. I mean, not your laptop, something. So the system was shut down. It won't run it. Gone. So the system has to be running in order to execute the command. See now I told 2:15. I mean 2:15 in UTC timing. So by 2:10 or something, I stopped the Linux machine. I just went here and stopped the Linux machine. What we don't run, the cron job won't run. The cron job will run only when the system is running. Otherwise, no, it won't run. Got it? So make sure the system is running. Of course, while practicing, you'll do it maybe 5 or 10 minutes like that. But in general, in organizations, we don't turn the systems like that. We'll keep it unless it's necessary. So if we have a cron jobs like this, the system has to be running. Got it? So that's the thing. I mean that's the important thing. So make sure the system is running. Got it? So yeah. So try it. CronTab Guru. Uh, this is the link. Just write it here, and no need to add the user. By default, it will take the user. So just give the command, whatever the command you want. Just user add anything, whatever it is. So far we have seen. Got it? So that's about the cron job. Sorry, I missed that actually. That's the important thing. I missed that. But yeah, any doubts now so far? Now it's done. Anything? Alright then, if nothing, I'll close it. I'll stop the recording now.